What's good, people? This is Boogie from Boogie Space Hood Talk on YouTube. You already know how we do it. Let me dig into my crate, man. We're gonna talk about Stephen A. and Molly Quirk, man. Yeah, we're gonna dig into my crate. Yes, sir. So this is Boogie from Boogie Space Hood Talk on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. I do not own the rights to any music that I play. I do not own the rights to any music that I take. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I do not own the rights to any music that I play. So, I wanted to get into this thing about Molly Quirk from ESPN, First Take. And from what I hear, she's supposed to be leaving, I think, at the end of the month. I know she did not renew her contract, so she's definitely leaving. I think she's leaving by the end of the month. It'll be her last show. She wasn't on the show on Friday. Stephen A. did the show. But I can't. Stephen A. really starting to irk the shit out of me. Anyway, so I'm gonna be honest. I am so fucking glad. I am so glad that Molly is leaving. I can't stand her. I really, she irks my, listen. And I used to say this shit every time I watched her. If you're a moderator, that's what you are. You're a moderator. You're there. You're the go-between. You settle everything down. You moderate. Your job is not to fucking inject your opinion. Every time you turn around, fucking Molly's injecting her opinion like she is the guest on the show. You want to inject, and then you make things between like if a woman issue come up, you want to make it man against woman kind of shit. And she was just disgusting. You talk about her giant, she got an attitude. How you get an attitude with people on the show? You're a fucking moderator. And I couldn't stand her. Every time you turn around, she was injecting herself with some shit like she was the star of the show. And from what I hear, I don't know how true it is, but Stephen A., I watch Stephen A., fucking Stephen A., anytime something happened, he goes straight to his fucking podcast and he start yapping. Anyway, he said he didn't want to talk about it, but when do he always say that shit? Oh, I didn't really want to bring this up, but it's just clickbait. So anyway, he goes on the air and he said he's talking indirectly. He keeps saying that it's not Molly. This is what Stephen A. It's not Molly I'm talking about. I'm just talking about the people in the industry who think their worth is more than what it is. You're supposed to be in a certain position. You play your. This is what Stephen A. was saying basically on his podcast. And he kept saying it don't have nothing to do with Molly, but you're bringing up a situation that if anybody from the outside was to look at, you're talking about Molly. And basically he was saying that Molly thought she was more than what she was worth. That's basically what he said in a nutshell. That Molly thought that her contribution was worth more than what they were paying her. And I guess she felt like she was getting lowballed with the offer, so she moved on. And I'm glad, because as long as Stephen A. is not the moderator, I'm good. Because too much of Stephen A. I can't even take him on First Take no more. He just fucking, all he do is yap, yell, scream, yap, fast talk. And it's annoying. It's fucking annoying. Especially when you always gotta be right. You feel like you always gotta be right. And he's starting to turn me off. And I don't know who the fuck gave him a political show. But now he got a damn political show. This man knows nothing about politics, bro. He basically said the Epstein shit was a hoax. Yeah, I ain't seen no evidence. Why is everybody up in the air? What the fuck? I can't. Anyway, Molly is gone. And I'm loving life right now. I hope so they get somebody truly invested, and I hope they get the right person for the job, because ESPN been hiring some real sucky ass people lately. Sports talk has been getting real fucking sucky. They get these people that are uninteresting, people that you don't want to hear nothing from. You know, basketball season come up, you're gonna hear from Draymond Green. Who the fuck want to hear from Draymond Green and Jeff Teague and all these other, you know, who the fuck want to hear from Cameron and Mace? I can't stand them either. Don't let me get into sports talk, because I do better at sports talk than them. I just don't have I don't have a statistician. If I had a statistician, I would give you all the news, sports news, unfiltered, no bullshit. And I said this shit before. You would think that they would do that. People would respect you more. People can ride on your decision, knowing that what you're saying is coming from the heart. These people, they get on there, they do shit for clicks. Mason Cameron, he's a ghetto wannabe fucking talk show horse. That's both of them. They're ghetto as hell, and they talk about nothing. Bitches and hoes. This Gilbert Arenas is another one. It's garbage. Gilbert Arenas is garbage. Now the new show he on, when him and Skip and the other two, I don't know who the other two are. I watched that, and it's kind of good, because they don't have everybody kissing Gilbert's ass. On the other show, well, I forget what that other show is, but the other show, everybody's kissing Gilbert's ass. They let him say what he wanted to say. He start yelling and screaming and cursing and acting a fucking fool. Now that's the only thing good with Gilbert Arenas. Other than that, his takes fucking suck. His takes are so outlandishly garbage. It's a shame. Anyway, man, back to Molly. So Molly had been with ESPN, I think, like 15 years. And she did listen, at times she was really, if she were to stick to what she was supposed to do, Molly would have been one of the best moderators out there. You know what I mean? People would have had more respect for her. And she might have even got her own gig. But when you irritate the fuck out of people like that, because nobody wanted to watch her. I've been wanted Molly fired. Years ago I wanted Molly fired. Cause she don't know how to shut the fuck up. You're always beef, you're always trying to show up Stephen A. You get on there and you say your little bullshit, and you're always trying to show him up. And he, for some reason, he allowed that shit. I don't know why, but he allowed it. And you get up there, you're trying to show him up. People don't agree with you. You get an attitude to start talking all funky. The women issue, the WNBA issue, when that shit came up about Caitlin Clark, and she made a whole big deal about who is Caitlin Clark and blah blah blah. And Caitlin Clark is one of the best WNBA players out there. And you don't want her on the Olympic squad. She didn't prove herself. She didn't and they ain't got an attitude. So yeah, I'm glad. Kick rock. See you. Bye. I just hope they get somebody on First Take who is reasonably good. They had a guy on there everybody was raving about. I didn't see the show, but I seen some things in the comments about how he was really, really good and people liked him. I don't know who he was. There were a couple of people that used to be on First Take that I used to like, but they couldn't get along with Stephen A, I guess. It came to a point. Especially, anyway. Just hopefully they hire somebody worth hiring. And listen, good luck to Molly. You know, God bless her soul. Hopefully she move on and she gonna still make money. She gonna still be in the space. She gonna still make money somehow or another. She'll wind up somewhere else. Anyway, this is Boogie from Boogie's Place Hood Talk on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And again, I do not own the rights to any music that I play. And again, please, people, Don't just watch. Please like, subscribe, comment, man. You know what I mean? Like, I need to big up my channel, and the only way to big up the channel is for you guys to big me up. So please, man, big me up, man. Big me up, man. Like, subscribe, comment, man. I answer all my comments. I answer all my comments, man. You hit me with a comment, I'm gonna hit you back. Trust me. You want to debate about something? Hit me up. Anyway, with that being said, this is Boogie from Boogie's Talk, from Boogie Space Hood Talk on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And I love y'all, man. Please like, subscribe, comment, man. And peace.